Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about
it.
Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad.
about it.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. A gain of 22. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 52. He's checking. He's
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, watch the slant. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Blue down. Check 50. 55. Check 31. Check 31. Line up. Under crunch. Tighten up. Line him up.
Here's Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
In your face.
From the gun, here's Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th. Down.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletic.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Whitney merciless in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, the return is Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Watson with a give to Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
54! What we got? What we got? What we got? Yo, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, get in the way. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Better bring it. 55. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics. And they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30. First down, Houston.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Set. Great team. 52 right here. 52. We don't want 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52.
On second and 15 now. Watson forced out to his left. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. There he goes, right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That is a dangerous combination right there, as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
No time now. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 50, Mike 50. Tackles, tackles. I got you, baby, I got you, I got you.
Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Reset. 19, 22, 29. Come on. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Check. Lucky. 29.
They'll run on first down. Miller. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch out. Slam.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chiefs 7. Henry Fairbairn as the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Reset.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Texans 21, Chiefs 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Mahomes going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working from the gun, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. Complete here. It's Hyde. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the 50, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Motion. Hey, we got a snap.
After the interception, here's Watson. This is caught, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll win it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mahomes firing complete.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yellow. The mic. 41's the mic. All day. All day.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm coming. 59.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Motion. 954. Mike 52. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Let's go, D. You go tight. You got tight. 54.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Miller. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, White?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 20. Then the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Texans first down.
Set. Like any egg. 52 right here. 52. Here I come. Alert, alert.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his right. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Texans 42, Chiefs 15. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his running back high. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hit him. 24. Check. Alert 3. 24. 49. 24 is down. He's coming. Check.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And some strong running. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Check 9. Check. Alert. Check.
They'll run with Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pause. Two's the mic. Mike 5-2. Hey, I'm coming after you. Check. Bang. 54. Bang.
Throwing on second down. Watson being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 52. I'm coming. Check 37. Sponge.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
It's been a long day for you.
On first down, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Not that time for Watkins. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Under 10. Chest. Check 43. Check 55. Down him, go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come out in the pistol. 1 man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.